Gubahale, and this is a 5 kilo increase to take her to 195 kilos. In winning the Oceanic Championship, she totaled 197, so this is only the second attempt. She might well be able to surpass that. Ranked 7th 4 years ago in Delhi in this weight class.
That clean was all business. There we go. That puts her in front of her teammate that lifted earlier in the B session.
Yet another athlete who, although she comes from Papua New Guinea, has earned a place at the Oceanic Institute in New Caledonia. Husband Richard, also a lifter, but she's a more mature athlete, 27 years of age, goes to put that over her head, brings the feet forward, puts them in line, stabilizes, waits for the signal. Well done.
Good lift. She's being called at 111, and the way she did 110, we can be certain she isn't taking it in already. We've seen a change in the bar. Crystal being called out at 112. That looks like they're telling the other Canadian, MJ Arès-Pelon, to go back to her platform and carry on with her warm-up.
Yeah, MJ's next lift should be 113 or possibly more, but it is going to be Christelle Ngalem who comes out here at 112, but lots of activity, Canadians at the desk.
Definitely some other movement. I think that we can anticipate a moving up of that first attempt from MJ, being that she was told to head back to her warm-up area.
And Christelle's moved up to 113 kilos.
Oh.
But of course, first attempts take precedence, so the senior Canadian, if I can put it in that way, is to come out first here. Now, of course, this is her opening attempt.
That's a power clean, catching it above parallel. And that is what we call a power jerk. So the difference between a power jerk and a split jerk, which is what we've been seeing, we just call it jerk because 95% of the athletes are using that technique. The difference is the feet are going out to the side. And you saw that MJ had quite a wide spread when she jumped out with her feet. That's because she needs a wide base of support and she needs to be able to get under the bar. Watch the jerk. She's got a very stable overhead position, but you'll also notice, and we'll watch on her next lift, that she starts with a wide grip that she adjusts mid-clean. Here's Crystal for a solid second attempt.
212 for her teammate. I'll come back to that in a moment. Garland.
That was great timing. She's putting her weight onto her heels, and that is why that jerk went that way. She clearly knows where to put her energy in order to get a lift.
So the central referee has a little question, but I can't see any activity from the jury, so I think it's going to stand, bar being increased, and she gets 113. Now, let's have a look. Is there any question?
Oh, maybe that shoulder movement again might have made it look like that right arm came unbent. It's possible that it did, but again, it only takes 2 white lights to get a good lift.
Yeah, I would concur with you that that was really all about shoulder movement.
This athlete started at 19 years old. That's very uncommon for an athlete to get so far in the sport starting at such an older age. Usually it's mid-teens to early teens.
Now, this would give her 199, so surpass her total for the Oceanic title, which she won in May. And it will be 3 out of 3 in the clean and jerk. No.
Just a bit too much onto the toes in that recovery.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, if you see the feet here, it'll be pretty clear that she just tipping forward and then couldn't catch it.
That's right. Not enough time to take a step forward. Very awkward in that squat position to try to step forward to save a lift. This is a great angle. Here we see on the shoulders, but her hips came up a little too fast, pushing her elbows down. Not possible to save a lift in that position.
And you can see the heels coming off the floor.
That's right.
So, everybody moving up now, and 115 kilos for Marie-José Ares-Pinon. And this is a careful increase here, 2 kilos. This would take it to 214. And here is the thing I was going to observe last time. In Delhi, it was 207. And clearly she's in much better shape this time. In Delhi, she made 4 out of 6 lifts. She's already made 4 out of 4.
And we see there, wide grip to narrow grip right in the middle of the lift. This is no problem. They are clearly playing it strategic in the back, and that's because Gilles Poirier and Guy Marino, that is their specialty. It's a math game at this point. It's a math game, so there's no question whatever they put on the bar, she can do.
Yeah, this is definitely a run for the podium. Whether it's a run for gold, we'll have to wait and see. But you sense that she should be able to get onto the podium the way she's going. She's got one more attempt, and they need to play that last card very carefully. They don't need to wait a little bit to see what's going to happen.
That's right. They may just save that third attempt to be a big jump and see where the chips fall with the athlete from England.
Yeah, Mary Thurg has gone up to 120, Rebecca Tyler on 118, Nigerian lifter on 117 kilos. There's not a cat and mouse backstage, but now Kristen
and Garlam.
And Garlam here for 116 to take her over the 200 kilo mark.
And also for a personal best clean and jerk.
And
Got
she
she
stands
clean. And what a fighter.
Great to recover in the clean in the way that she did to give herself the chance of the jerk.
So patient, she really took her time, got into the position she needed to be in order to get that jerk.
There's that great feeling when you know that you've really moved forward in a big way.
That's right, you didn't spare any energy, you've put everything into that last lift, no regrets.
Two major competitions in a row,
That's right.
over 200.
That's right, and that was the perfect jerk. She was patient and used the efficient technique that she has.
So now really down to the crucial part. The leader at the moment is Marie-José Ares-Pinon with 1 attempt left, and she's got 214 kilos on the bar. But this is the moment now where Nigeria and Cameroon and England start to challenge. 117 kilos on the bar. She is very strong overhead.
She is playing with that weight. There is no challenge for her there.
So that takes her to 217, puts Marie-José back into silver medal position. 2 lifters yet to start. So the Canadians have measured up here. So what they've decided is that they're not going for heroics. They're going to put the kilos on the bar, 2 of them, go to 216, and hope that keeps her on the podium.
I was certain she could do that. You could see that what was different between her second and third attempt was that she did not catch it in that high power position. She had to get really low to get into that squat position in order to catch the bar, but hips went back, elbows down, can't keep the bar on the shoulders in that position. But it still may be enough. Now she has to sit back and watch the scoreboard.
118 kilos, Tyler, England.
So 118 kilos on the bar for Rebecca Tyler. First attempt. This is going to give her a total of 209 if she can do it. And it's the first step towards moving her up into a challenging position. As we said in the first half, pretty well all her close family in the audience. Mum, Dad. And they're watching their daughter do a very good job. That's a good start.
This is a great start. You know, the clean and jerk is so much more forgiving, and when you're an athlete with as much power as Rebecca Tyler, you know that this is your lift.
Yeah, it is. The technical demands of the snatch lift, I think she's yet to master those, but the forgiveness that this lift offers allows her to really come into her own.
That's right. I mean, she's only been doing this sport since she's 12 years old. She's just 15 now. That's only 3 years. That's really not enough time to master the technique, but she has done an amazing job despite that.
And that has put her into the bronze medal position. Crystal Ngalem has been pushed off the podium. So at the moment it's Nigeria leading from Canada, England in third place. But again, changes happening here. She's certainly not going to take 119. Well, Rebecca Tyler's gone to 122, and the bar goes up to 120 kilos for the Cameroon lifter, Marie Fugue, 120.
Now, we saw that when she was in the snatch portion of the competition, she was doing that power snatch again, the thighs above parallel to the platform. Let's see if she does the same thing in the clean portion of this competition.
Jeannie, really real tactics here. She posted 115 as her opener, and you know she's 5 kilos up on that. So
she's really looking to win the competition on her first attempt here.
Brings forward 102. So this for 222.
Oh, she did a full clean. Big adjustment of the hands. And what a solid jerk. Yeah, that was no challenge.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see an attempt at the record here today.
Yeah, moving the hands out, just shortening the distance for the jerk. Very efficient. And also an athlete who is really well balanced.
That's right. That was very light for her. I did talk to her earlier and said, I'm assuming you're going to beat my record. She just laughed. And you know, this is why right here. Watch this drive here. She's going to dip, and it's going to be a straight line overhead. No worries.
Yeah, no worries about putting herself under that bar.
No.
So, Itohan Ebiregweseli asking for the bar to go to 122, and also Rebecca Tyler asking for 122, whereas Marie Fugue has put it up to 125. So real fight on here, if not for the gold, certainly for the silver and the bronze. So Itohan Ebiregweseli coming out now for her second attempt at 122. 5 kilo increase to take her to 222, and then her lighter body weight would put her into the gold medal position momentarily.
Ooh, that's a game changer.
It is a game changer, and I think it's all about the fact that the clean wasn't bad, but it wasn't spot on.
No, if we watch the replay, we'll see that the timing wasn't great. That means she threw the weight up. Here we go. Threw the weight up, feet stomped on the ground, and then the weight fell onto her shoulders. That really takes a lot of extra effort and makes it hard to be in the position you need to jerk.
Meanwhile, Team Tyler have moved up to 123 kilos, and I think that's a tactic to make sure that the Nigerian has to go in again. That's what I think they're thinking about. Put her in, and then Rebecca's got 2 to go after her second position.
Well, she also needs that 214 to knock MJ Perez-Pilon off of the podium, because she does have her on body weight. So that will be her first goal in this competition.
Yeah, and 123 means a 5 kilo increase, so 209 would take her to 214. She weighed in at 68.01. Marie-Jose weighed in at 60.07. It's that close. So it would be on body weight that Rebecca Tyler would go into the lead. But before that, the last attempt for Itohan.
She needs this to put the pressure on the Cameroon athlete. Better timing.
Adjusts. Drives.
And that's how you make a comeback.
Feet
Put
in line.
pressure.
Yeah, gets the down signal. Now 3 white lights, and that was very well managed.
So now she ties Marie Fug for body weight, but she is ahead in body weight, forcing the Cameroon athlete to take heavier, to take that gold back from her. See, there we go. Great jerk here in the replay.
So I thought that was an excellent piece of work there. But now Rebecca Tyler, 5 big kilos. This would take her to 2:14, and it would put her onto the podium.
That is a great clean.
The bar just went in front of her there. When she went to try, the bar went in front, the hips went behind. She couldn't hold that.
They did. She was in a rush to get that done, and you know that's understandable.
Yeah.
You want to get it over with. That clean was so easy. She thought she was set up to do the jerk. She threw that bar, but you know, when it's just a bit in front, you can't hold on to it, so she just has to correct that.
Well, the British camp were, I should say the English camp were really gutted last night with Jack Oliver, who came so close to a bronze medal. Now, Eddie Halstead going through.
You can see that she's amped and ready to come out here and do this lift. This is an amazing situation to find yourself in your home nation's hometown audience.
Yeah, but also the youngest Brit ever to win a national title. Youth European champion, age 15. Remarkable. So
It's very remarkable.
chalks up. She's got 1.5 minutes. Time is not an issue.
She doesn't want to spend much time on that platform, though. We see she doesn't even spend any time at the chalk bin. But she's going to have to spend just a couple more seconds in between the clean and the jerk.
I think he's just trying to make sure that she's steady, doesn't overblow this.
Well, that's right, because when you go from the clean to the jerk that quickly, the bar cannot come to a standstill, and you really need the bar to be at a standstill to get the balance you need to get that jerk overhead in a solid position.
Here we go. Stands up.
Here we go. She's taking
This
her time.
for the bronze.
And
Bring it on! Bring it on! Oh! She couldn't hold that with locked arms, and in the blink of an eye, it just disappeared.
And I think she's also hurt her back, unfortunately. You know, she held on as long as possible, and I think that hurt her physically. She took her time, though. She did what she had to do. It's, you know, the bar at that weight, there's so much swing to it. That bar really, see, you can see on her shoulders when she drives, there's some swing. So
But the problem here was she couldn't control it.
Yeah, because there was, when the bar, you see when it drops, there's a little whip to it. So when you jerk a weight that heavy, you stabilize it over her head, your arms are straight. That doesn't mean the bars stop moving. She had a little bit of a whip to the bar, and that's what threw her off balance. You know, this is something that you don't get to practice often. I'm sure she doesn't get to clean and jerk over 120 very often, so she's not used to that feeling.
So from the fight for the bronze medal, we go back to the fight for the gold medal between Nigeria and the Cameroon. Now, 5 kilos on the bar, 125. This would take her to 227, and it would put her back into first place. And this is for the gold medal.
There's the grip change. This shouldn't be a problem. And
No problem. And there is the Commonwealth champion of 69 kilos, 2014 in Glasgow. And Cameroon, who last won this title back in Manchester 2002 with Madeleine Yameshi, have now got another champion in this class.
She's got one attempt left, and if I were her, I'd be putting 133 on the bar, no question, and I'll be disappointed if I don't get to see her try.
So the situation at this moment is that Marie Fug of the Cameroon is the champion, and Itohan Ebireg Waseli of Nigeria takes the silver. Marie Jose Ares-Pinon has realized her ambition. She missed out in Delhi when she was 4th. Now she's on the podium with a bronze.
That's right. That's a big victory, and that was by playing the long game, like you said. Conservative attempts in the snatch, conservative attempts in the clean and jerk, just waiting for the chips to fall, and they fell in her favor.
So now Marie Fugue of Cameroon has pushed the bar to 130, but for how much longer? Now, come on, put the other 3 kilos on. Let's see someone attack your record.
Yeah, of course I want to see a record broken. That's what you come to competitions for, man.
227. You won it with 229. Christine won it with 235. Madeline won it with 230.
More weight, please. 132 kilos.
No, not enough.
132 kilos, please.
What is she doing? What is she doing?
Oh, surely they realize they need an extra kilo. You don't get the record if you equal it. You only get the record if you break it.
I'm going to be so heartbroken for her if she gets this. Oh, she's going for the game's record total. Okay. Well, I guess we can share. 2 Canadians and 1 Cameroon athlete up there.
No, it's still yours. You were there first.
No, the total record. That would mean 2
record,
Canadians and a Cameroon athlete. Just like the order of events, 2 Canadian medals followed by a Cameroon medal.
So a 7 kilo increase.
For the clean and jerk, she'd be short, just to highlight.
Yeah, but
she'll get that record total, which is the combination of the snatch and clean and jerk. And yes.
No, I don't think so. I think she's going to be a kilo short. She's a kilo short. You add that up, Jeannie, and that's 7 kilos going on that means 234, not 235.
Am I just going off what the announcer said blindly? Yes, I am.
234, the announcer got it completely wrong because the fact is 235 is Christine's record for the total. So Canadian records stand. And Marie Fugue handsomely takes the championship, but doesn't get the record that you were looking for her to attack.
Yeah, I really wanted to see 133, and I mean, after that jerk, I'm pretty sure that 1 kilo more would have passed.
Well, I have to say, I think that the maths in the Cameroon camp are as good as yours.
Well, yeah. You know, I'm just following blindly what the announcers are saying here. Yesterday, I called Prince Edward Prince Andrew for the same reason. So just for the record, I always believe what other people say over a microphone before my own self. I got to change that, I guess.
So really solid in the last attempt. Very strong overhead, no question. She really locks out convincingly, doesn't she?
She really does. I mean, there's room for more. Just for the record, I'd also like to highlight that I cleaned 138 on my 3rd attempt when I did that 132 record. So I would have loved to be in competition neck and neck with this girl. I think we both would have been pushed a lot harder.
Well, I think Christine Girard, sitting back home in Canada, watching that, would like to have been there as well.
Exactly. That would have been the trifecta, David. The 3 of us, the 3 recent medalists, 2006, 2010, and 2014, all competing at once for the title.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
But now I think that the challenge for me would be making the 69 kilo class more so than doing the weights.
Will we see Christine Girard, do you think, back on a weightlifting stage?
Oh, for sure. She's definitely got plans to come back. She's having a family, but she wants to be balancing her career as an athlete with her career as a mom, or her lifestyle as a mom. I don't know what you call that. Should ask my mom what she calls it. She manages to do both pretty well. So
here you have the standings. Now, these on the right here are the clean and jerk contributions to the total. And you can see there that Marie Fugue really in command of that. And the most important total, of course, is the overall when you put the weights together from the snatch and the clean and jerk. And so 5 out of 6 earns Marie Fugue the title, and 234, 2 kilos clear of the Nigerian. And then Marie Jose Ares-Pinon moves up from 4th 4 years ago into the bronze. And spare a thought for Rebecca Tyler, so close, but only 15. Plenty of years ahead of her. And then also a promising Canadian in 5th place there, and Garland completing the top 5. Janet George, silver and bronze medalist for the last 2 Commonwealth Games, in 10th place. But of course, coming back, having started the family, but at the age of 39, do you think we'll see her in Melbourne?
Well, she's definitely got the passion. That's what matters most at the end of the day, if you ask